Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1980 movie Friday the 13th. The movie is directed by Sean S. Cunningham and written by Victor Miller, and in this movie a group of teenagers are helping get this old camp that's been shut down, Camp Crystal Lake. They're trying to get it refurbished and everything so that they can reopen it during the summer and everything. And as the night goes on, each of the teenagers start getting killed off one by one by a mysterious person. This is a really good movie. I really enjoy this movie a lot. It's been one of my favorite horror movies for a really long time. I saw it for the first time when I was about 10 or 11 years old and everything, and I love the way that the movie is made. You don't really see the killer until the end of it and everything. And I love that. Kind of like with Jaws, you don't really see the shark until the end of it and everything, but the cast in this is alright. Most of these characters are pretty one-note and forgettable. They're pretty much there to get killed and everything, but that's part of what makes this movie so fun, is just watching these characters get killed and everything. Harry Crosby III plays Bill Brown, who's one of the he, I believe, is the boyfriend of the final girl, Alice, who's played by Adrienne King. I believe that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't really know. But he's pretty good. He doesn't really have, like I said, none of these characters really have a lot to do. They're mainly there to have sex, smoke pot, and get killed. Like I said, Adrienne King plays the final girl, Alice, and she's probably the one that is that they give the most attention to out of them, because she's the final girl and everything. But I think she was pretty good. I think Alice was a pretty good final girl, especially for this movie. Everything. She's not my most favorite in this franchise, but I did think she was pretty good. Janine Taylor plays Marcy Cunningham. I always thought she was really, really good looking. I remember when I saw this movie the first time, I was like, man, she is so hot. But she's my favorite out of the girls in this movie. Kevin Bacon plays Jack, who is her boyfriend and everything. Both of them get really good kills. Marcy gets an axe to the face, which is one of the best kills in the movie, and then Kevin Bacon gets an arrow through his neck, and I thought that was really cool too. Bill's kill, it's pretty much done off screen, but she finds him with, like, he has arrows all over him, and he's like tacked up to a door, I think, if I remember right. I just rewatched the movie just a few minutes ago, but it was kind of hard to see it on my TV in some of the scenes because of how dark it is, and my TV's older, so Laurie Bartram plays Brenda Jones, who and she's another one of the ones that's pretty good. I thought she was another one of the cool girls in the movie. She's the one that wants to play strip Monopoly and everything. But like I said, none of these characters really have that much of a personality or anything. They're all there just to really be killed, so you can't really sympathize with them a whole lot in this movie. Robbie Morgan plays Annie Phillips, who is the first counselor we meet in this movie. She's on her way to Camp Crystal Lake and everything. Everyone's warning her not to go. The guy who's giving her a ride halfway there, and he's played by Rex Everhart, is telling her that a boy had drowned at the lake when the camp was open the original time, and a couple of the counselors were murdered, and that he wouldn't work there, and tries to talk her out of it and everything, but she still wants to go through with it. And then she gets picked up by the killer and everything, and a little ways down the road she jumps out of the car and the killer follows her into the forest and slits her throat. I think it's one of the awesome deaths in this movie. It's probably my favorite kill in the movie, because just the way the special effects were on it, I thought looked really, really cool. They've aged a little bit, yes, but it still looks cool to me. Walt Gordon plays Crazy Ralph, who is one of the ones that warned Annie about not going back to Crystal Lake, and then he even rides his bike out to Camp Crystal Lake to warn everybody, telling them they need to leave or they'll all be dead before morning and everything. And he does a really good job. He is really creepy, but he also, you can kind of tell that he means well, but he's really creepy and weird and everything. And Walt Gordon does a really good job playing him. And then Peter Brower plays Steve Christie, who is the owner that's reopening the camp and everything. And he does a good job too. I mean, like I said, none of the cast are really bad at acting and stuff in this movie to me. I mean, it's just the characters are just, they don't really have much personality and everything. They don't really do that much. But like I said, all of the cast is fine. The one that stands out the most, though, to me is Betsy Palmer, who plays Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mom. And when I saw this movie for the first time, I was only 11. I had known about Jason being in Friday the 13th stuff. I had never known that the very first movie he wasn't in it. So this twist came as a really big shock to me when I saw it for the very first time and everything, because I went into the first Friday the 13th not knowing anything about it and expecting it to be Jason and everything. So I was really, really shocked and everything. It's always been, and that's one of the reasons why I think this was one of my favorite horror movies too. And it's also one of the first slasher movies that really got me into the slasher genre. It wasn't the very first one I ever saw. That was Child's Play, but this is one of the first ones. And everything. And I just love the kills and stuff. And the score by Harry Manfredini, I hope I said his name right, is really, really good. You could tell that he took some inspiration from John Williams' score in Halloween, and you could tell this movie was inspired by Halloween. And a lot of people have even say that it's just a rip-off and everything, and you can tell that this movie took a lot of the inspiration. I don't like calling it a rip-off, because I still really enjoy this movie. I'd rather just say it takes inspiration, even though the directors even said that they were trying to rip off Halloween. But I think inspiration is a lot better word for it. But yeah, I can tell a lot of the inspiration and stuff, but I still really like this. And I love that they use the killer's point of view, where we don't see the killer until the end of the movie and everything. I really like that. And the cinematography by Barry Adams, I thought was really good. The shots in the woods and stuff, I just thought really good. That it felt like it was, it had the eerie feeling that you get when you walk in the woods and stuff. So I've done that before, and it's just a really good movie, and a lot of fun to watch and everything. Is it anything mind-blowing or thought-provoking? Definitely not. It's not something that's meant to be an Oscar-worthy movie or anything. It's just a good, fun, turn-your-brain-off slasher movie and everything. It's still one of my favorites, and I know a lot of people would say this one isn't one of their most favorites in the franchise, but this one actually is probably in my top 5. I'm not for sure exactly where I would rank it. I'll probably be able to say for sure more once I rewatch all of the rest of the films in it. Then I'll do my ranking for all 12 of them and everything. So, but I'd give Friday the 13th 8.5 out of 10 because it's a great movie. A great way to start the franchise and everything. So, but anyway, that's my review for Friday the 13th. If there's any other top 10 lists, movie series rankings, or movie reviews you want me to do, let me know in the comments and I'll get to them as quick as I can. Also on Facebook there's an awesome horror group called Horror Enthusiast 101. I'll leave a link to that group in there so you can join if you want to. It's an awesome group. And everything, and I'll be reviewing the next movie here either later tonight or tomorrow sometime. I'm going to be reviewing all of these movies over the next few days, so hopefully you enjoy these videos, and have a good day, everybody.